Back, ladies, gents, and my non-binary friends. I'm Tania. This is Taniamadeit. Just wanted to do a small update video, I guess. I know I haven't been posting videos in a while, and it's mostly because I've been resetting up my shop and trying to catch up on some shop projects that are taking a little bit longer than I thought they would. I know not everybody reads the descriptions or the about me's on the channels, but guess I'm gonna do a quick bio on myself so you guys get a little bit of a idea of a little bit about me. So my name is Tania. I am 31 years old. I know, I look a day over 12. But and I have fibromyalgia. And the way I describe fibromyalgia for people who don't know, it's picture rheumatoid arthritis, and you know how that is mainly your joints. Well, fibromyalgia is your nerves. So it's the fibers in your nerves. It's overactive nerves, and what it basically does to my body is that I'm in constant pain. So I feel like my body's really tight, and I've lost a lot of my muscle mass, and there's no cure for it. They don't know how people get it, but every case is different, and there's no blood test for it. It doesn't show up on x-rays. It's a very intense disease, I guess you could call it, or illness. But that I went through a big depression area, and I've always been very artistic. I've always drawn a lot and a lot of sketching, and I realized that my back was hurting from sitting down, so I said I need to be more active, even though it hurts to walk. So everything hurts to move and everything. The medication I take just basically maintains it and just kind of treats the symptoms or stops it from progressing faster, but there's no stopping it or there's no curing it. It's just maintaining, and they say that the more active you are, the more the less you'll be in pain, but it's painful to be active, so it's kind of hard to get there. So I decided that instead of sitting and wasting away, that I needed to be active and do something. And like I said, I've always drawn, so I thought that I would do what seemed like the next step for me was kind of make my 2D drawings into 3D and create things. And that's how I decided to start woodworking. So I first started with chip carving and wanted to learn how to chip carve, and then little by little I said, well, if I can chip carve, I can do other stuff. And I've always been very Tiffany found a cat in the backyard. I've always been very driven and very self-reliant, which is kind of why I went into a really bad depression, because it kind of sucks when you can't do stuff for yourself. But anywho, the more I woodwork, the more my body has gotten a little stronger, so it helps me a lot, but it also makes me really tired. And it also makes me slower than the average woodworker. So I take on projects thinking that, oh, it'll be a weekend project, it should be easy. But for me, things take a little bit longer because I'm a little slower. My body's just not as fast, or I have to do things differently because I can't just pick up a log. I have to kind of jimmy it onto something and that has wheels, or ask for my brother to help me pick up something that's heavy, or I just find my way around things I can't pick up or things that are a little bit harder. I just find my way of doing things. I don't let it stop me, but it does slow me down. So I took on a couple projects and didn't take into consideration that I'm obviously slower, and it just takes me longer than I expected. And I'm always, yeah, I can do that. Yes, I can do that. And I end up taking way too much on. And I think everything's easy. Well, it looks easy, but like I said, I'm slower than the average person or the average woodworker. So, and I also have a full-time job on top of everything. So, but yeah, anywho. So I was backed up on a couple projects. And Tiffany wants to say hi. Here we go. Say hi. Hi. Mwah. I'm gonna put her down. If you ignore the barking. Okay, let me give her a bone. So we have a little box with milk bones, and it's how I keep her quiet. So as you can see, my shop is in my backyard and it's exposed to the elements. So a little while ago, if you follow me on Instagram at Tania_made_, you would have realized, you would have found out that during this winter era in San Diego, it got really, really windy, and our tarp got picked up and basically destroyed. So, and with that, it took down a lot of my tables. It tipped over my toolbox. A lot of my tables were ruined because once the tarp was picked up, everything was wet. Luckily, Becky's a sturdy girl and she didn't tip over, and my brother and my dad really saved my butt on this one. They made sure to move all my equipment under the carport that we have here, but it also has a big hole there, as you can see, and you know, it leaks and stuff, but it was good enough to protect all my equipment in the meantime. And my dad re-welded the tarp, made it a little more, he gave it a little bit of a more of a peak, so the water wouldn't pool, and hopefully it would be a little sturdier. And if you have, just in case you guys are asking, or you guys are gonna mention, yes, we had the tarp tethered to the ground and posted down and everything, but the winds were just too strong and it tore the tarp. It picked everything up. It was a hot mess. But so with that, I had to rebuild a lot of my workbenches, or resurface a lot of them, because they all got super wet, mildewy, and just destroyed a lot of things. And the projects I was working on, like this log that I'm planing and planning on putting epoxy on and all that good stuff, got really wet, and obviously I can't work with it like that. I have to let it air out. I also have the bookshelf I'm working on, and here, Tiffany. I also have another bookshelf that I'm working on, and see, that's my shop area, and this is where I keep some of my wood, my planer, and this is the part where I store wood behind these tables. And so I'm gonna show you working on this beautiful bookshelf, and these are the shelves for it. I'm gonna connect the sides with wedges, but let me fix this. So I had put the wood here to protect it, and it got wet. The sides that I had previously built and was working on got wet, and now I have to remake them. So on top of having to put my shop back together, now I have to not restart the projects I was already behind on, but redo certain parts of it. So, and having, I part of my full-time job is I work 6 days a week because I work with animals and they have to be checked every day. So I really only have one day off and afternoons to work. And so having to edit the videos and all that, it's a lot. So, but anywho, I'm planning now to hopefully get back to putting videos up. I might not be able to do one every week, but I will do maybe one every other week, or as soon as I'm done with a quick project that I could probably put up. But I plan on getting things back in the flow of things. But I do recommend everybody to follow me on Instagram at Tania, TANIA _ Made, MADE _ so you can see what I'm up to, and I post just about every day. And yeah, you know, I got a new lathe and I've been working on stuff. I'm working on this live edge bowl that I put epoxy on the cracks. In the meantime, I usually try to stay busy working on 2 or 3 things at a time. Like I said, I'm working on the log and I'm working on the bookshelf while things are being re-glued up for the bookshelf. I take a couple layers off the log, and while my router, the collet got fucked up, sorry, pardon my French, got screwed up, the threadings on it. So while I'm waiting on the part to fix that, I'm working on something else. I try to stay really busy. When it rains and I can't woodwork outside, I'm chip carving or carving stuff inside my room. But yeah, I try to stay busy and I try to stay active. And hopefully I didn't ramble too much. And yeah, I'll do a shop tour my next video, hopefully, so you guys can see kind of how I manage working in the backyard and having to have my shop be somewhat mobile, because we also have parties in this backyard. And how I kind of have things set up to work with my illness. But yeah, so expect a couple videos coming up soon, and in a somewhat consistent basis. But yeah, hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Check out my new apron that I got for my birthday that my best friends got made for me. But yeah, so once again, I'm Tania, this is Taniamadeit. Tiffany, let's kick this off. Yeah, you want to say bye to the people? All right, so I'm Tania, this is Tiffany, my shop supervisor. This is Becky, my favorite girl. And we'll see you on the next video. Say bye-bye. Bye.